We escaped being buried alive. Yeah, we got stuff to work from.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
guys,
true.
do you want to? Do you guys want to leave further? Because I believe definitely whatever's here can hear us and interact with us. Well, we just discuss what we do next. Or do
We
you want
need
to
to
push in
we
further?
need to scan our surroundings for any threats. That's why I said this to the group.
I mean, makes sense if we're to see if they're watching us. I, I believe that's 5. Yeah, I still have Aspects and Eyes of the Beast activated. Still 2. Hmm. But I do know it's here, so what do you reckon, guys? Do you want to push in deeper or do you want to discuss our plans elsewhere?
We should push deeper.
I mean, that might be very efficient. I mean, how hard are these to use? I have Thrive. Good to know. And Lessig has both Craft and Triumph. So do we want to excavate more? Because then Lessig would be the guy for the draw, I guess.
And would it make enough noise for someone to be alerted to our presence? I mean, it'd be a freeway, but we probably could manage it.
Definitely. It's just one thing.
Uh, yeah, not to mention the
Basically,
ghost. They might.
anything human we can dominate. Anything else we can see. Since my character managed to fight an elder to a standstill, he think that if all of us fight something, we pretty much can defeat any single thing.
I'm fine with taking it, I don't even care if we damage the temple.
We wave back. Well, me anyway.
We ignored them. I suggest we go inside and explore this temple. Yeah, let's use the excavator to dig up inside.
What do you think the chances are one of the cops is gonna come over so he can be dominated separate from the rest? How big is that thing actually? Like the building, temple, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will.
Mm, I spent one blood point.
4 of them are too many. That's a little problem that we don't actually legally own the site.
I get out.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Greetings, officer. Why have you came? Why have you come to our property?
Okay, that just grabbed. That's good.
How much protection costs? Mm, mhm,
Hmm.
mm. Okay, I will dominate him. I ask him for a discount.
Could we split the cost? Could we split the cost? Yes. I'm fine paying. I don't know if it's probably best to make the problem go away.
I mean, even though these guys are clearly working for someone, but that's okay.
Sure, yeah, I'll say that I'm fine covering it.
Okay, so I will stop.
Sure. And if they're willing to get the trash out, that's actually also not a bad investment.
I mean, sure, you shouldn't risk it.
Yeah, let's do it, but he will spend 1 blood point. Ah,
Hmm. Yeah, I have a bunch of them. I could buff my dexterity a bit. Yeah, I can get 9 dice if I just use 1 bullet point. Fair. Mhm. Right. Is the temple like on the uh background picture? No. Just asking. Does it look like that? Does it look like a Christian Norwegian church? Okay. Oh, all right. So he will be careful with the building.
All right then. I'll go after it and try to swallow like bad monster, bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's what he would do. Yes, what that? Okay. Wow, clever kitty.
Yeah, Lazek just blinks at him. Yes, exactly. And like, good job. Now let
I
me
got your back.
continue digging. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. And the hints and the tail and definitely. I mean, I suspected a dog or something or the cat, but yeah. But how it actually operates, yeah. Oh, sat on the old man's chest, maybe. The butler. I'll hold it off for later because of reasons.
Is there any artwork or any other chariot references? No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you didn't even need to use AI pictures for this, because like Ethiopia has a bunch of cool underground churches like this. What what underground, really?
No, Kitty, that's bad.
Okay, an hallucination or real threat?
I ask him what's wrong.
Can't you see that? There's a kitty here.
No.
Oh. Then that's probably the culprit. Do I have anything jingly on me? Darn it. The time you leave the cat toys at home. Anyone got teas? I do.
My character has.
I don't. Not with a firearm. I have a knife.
Well, it's going again, but it's probably going to attack us again at some point, but it's not that bad. That's what he thinks anyway.
Yeah, I think before we should go inside, we should at least be aware of what this place is. Don't want to get
No.
a mummy or gypsy curse. Yeah, so it's probably a European mummy that was stored inside. Still gives curses.
We need to stock up on night vision equipment.
Okay, but like, hopefully, I'm hoping, What time is it anyway? Are stores still open?
It's almost morning.
There we go. Good thing I looked at chat now, rather than not at all. I fucking
those updates.
despise Windows. This piece of shit system is just the worst.
Why don't you use Linux instead?
Because Linux doesn't run any games.
Well, that is false.
And if it's
But-
about games, Temple OS has a bunch of good games.
Oh, fuck
True.
you all.
Like, all operating system sucks, that's life, but not Temple OS, it's the best one. It's the third Temple. I mean, what else do you expect?
Such bullshit hijacking practice. Like, I'm not trying to get you to fix my problem. I'm trying to justify to myself why in 5 years time I shoot up Microsoft offices. I hope you understand the difference here. I don't need you to solve my problem for me. I need you to validate my rage so I feel justified when I go and kill them all.
Spicy.
Okay, so now that we are done with those plans, yes, a recap for those of you who skipped ahead thanks to the audio not working. They have been excavating stuff. That's about it. Oh, and they paid
There's
off a
also-
bunch of cops that wanted money.
There's also a cat.
There is also a
Probably
cat that
something-
only the Malkavian can see and might be a hallucination.
Yeah. Okay, are there any libraries that would be open in the city at night?
There's one at the Chantry that's open to one member of your party.
That's for later.
Come on, these are mostly public libraries. Which means they're government institutions, which means that at 3 or 4 a.m. there's no way there's one open. If you went to one first thing in the night, you might get 1 or 2 hours of library time. If it was like the biggest one in the city that stays like open the longest, but that's the best you can realistically hope for. That or the internet.
I mean, probably there's something good on the University of Gdansk. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Alright, how about this? You can definitely take a little downtime, even up to a month if you want. And you can just leave this site alone, occasionally patrol it to keep out the kids, and spend the time doing research.
I mean, we don't need that much time because we already are going to talk with the specialist on Next Elysium.
Which one is that?
The sheriff, he lives in the Amber Museum, he probably knows about Amber temples.
Of course. He might. Alright, so skip to Next Elysium. Everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
take a
just
few
like,
pictures as well.
yeah, I was going to say in the next days as we cleared more around, also take some extra pictures inside of more Amber stuff.
Okay, so you before Elysium you do want to clear some more stuff out.
Yes.
Um
And
then
I also want to make the report.
yes. So you make the report. Anything you specifically include or exclude?
To make this short, I give all as much details as I can, but I emphasize that I don't know what it is, even though it's cat shaped. It appears to like amber or can phase through amber easily, and also it may potentially yield some powers, because I know Tremie are interested in that kind of thing. And that's about it. Extra. Just to spice things up, to maybe yield more money out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I can check the Chantry's library.
You can definitely check the Chantry's library.
Looking for Amber stuff.
Amber specifically.
Yes.
Do you ask Theodore Tremere or are you simply interested in researching yourself?
I don't trust the Tremere. I will research it myself.
Alright. About Amber specifically. That is very specific and not likely to be well cross-referenced. Give me an intelligence occult at 8. Let's see if...
One success.
at 8.
At 8.
You would have still got one success, but in this game, if you roll it with the wrong difficulty, we reroll.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
So, Amber is interesting because it, like, from a magical standpoint, it functions both as a crystalline or gem-like material, while at the same time it functions like an organic material. So it allows certain magical energies to be transferred between systems that are... it's kind of like a medium for... It's like a transformer, right? So, for example, you might have some kind of energy that flows through crystals easily. And there's like an ancient experiment you find where someone tried to turn sunlight and synthesize it into a blood-like substance to, provide easier feeding during sieges. And they were able to bind the energy of the sun into like a physical substance. Unfortunately, their apprentice then takes over the journal and explains that their master combusted after drinking liquid sunlight, and the material decayed over the next 4 days, slowly releasing sunlight in its vicinity, so that room had to be sealed. But, the state transfer worked after a fashion. And there's more theories about amber being used as a conductor or as a transfer agent to move between different types of energies or different states of being or even different realities. And there's a lot on that, but it seems to be the kind of thing where people research it for a bit and then they realize that it's a lot of work to get something practical out of it. And Tremere are, if anything, very practical, so they don't necessarily do fundamental research unless there's a reward in it for them, or unless they're so elder that they can actually benefit from it. And in that case, they compartmentalize it so their subordinates don't get the benefit. So it seems like it's a lot of old research that for the most part stops short of getting to anything practical because, well, the simple reason is it would take it to various researchers it seems like to take too much effort for it to become practical, right? Because while you're doing all this long-term research, a rival Tremere is sharpening his knife for your back, so like what are you gonna do, right? But there is also information about other supernaturals using amber for various things. And it seems that living mages in particular have use it more regularly. It's a less difficult material for them to work with because they can use the energies that connect with amber more easily. Unlike vampires who are, obviously tied to the blood. So you do find at least references to old hermetic writings from when the Tremere were mortal mages. But a lot of those, there aren't copies in this library. It's, references to copies that are maybe 3 or 4 of the biggest chantries, and, 3 or 4, and that includes Vienna. And, the biggest references outside of failed Tremere experiments would be with mortal mages using it in their magic. And there, apparently, it is commonplace. Hermetics, for its use as a bridge between worlds, much like the Tremere experimented with, and for the Verbena tradition, which uses it as part of the natural world. Verbena is kind of like, teenage witch movie type of witches, right? Like, whether it's then on the nicer side, it's like the New Age stuff. On the nastier side, it's like Baba Yaga. And the Verbena is kind of like the spectrum between those two poles. And yes, I'm showing off a little about how much I know about the other systems. Next, I see you smirking over there. Yeah, you caught me. Oh, were Verbena going hard on the Nazi side of things? Right. Weren't the Nazis the tradition side in it, and the technocracy won that one?
But both of them were involved, actually, but yeah.
Mage United Front.
Okay. But I think Stanislav feels this way as well. Like you're looking like, oh, what the fuck is all this detail overload as you're digging through the books. I think he has a moment where it's like, I should have studied more. I found all this stuff, but what the fuck do I do with all this? You do know that you have seen pieces of amber embedded in some of the machines that Viktor Kovac and Gregor Reiter work on. They seem to have a joint research project they're working hard on for like a decade now, at least. And some of the stuff that that was used on you was related to that research. Like some of the machines they had ready and some of them made and adjusted to work on you, and those definitely used amber as well. And yeah, you have 4 successes. I've given you a lot of general information. I'll give you 1 question on top of all that to ask about something specific.
What kind of ritual can require a large amount of amber?
Okay. Uh, if based on what you have found, if you like putting it all together, making a few educated guesses with your limited amount of education, uh, you would assume that that place might have been a mage stronghold, and a large amount of amber was used as a way to spy on or see different worlds, to either astrally project into them or travel physically to them. That it's a portal nexus, effectively, that's been carefully built.
Hmm.
But that's based again on the writings you have accessible and what you research, which is all based on the Tremere point of view and what they would be familiar with. So there can be easily blind spots in it, because the Tremere don't have perfect information on every supernatural that's out there. And while you're pondering this, Bacon, you wanted to do some research as well.
Yes.
And you
As
wanted to check what this place might be and how it might differ probably from like other similar longhouses. Make sure that it's like that you're aware of any differences, right? And
yeah, just check out if there are any other similar things around, and if there's none, we can at least remove what it could not be.
Okay, give me an intelligence academics roll. This is your specialty, so and you're very familiar with this effectively. You know where to look. I'll give it to you at difficulty 6. This is you're just checking what doesn't fit with the normal pattern. The one thing that immediately stands out, amber was a major trade good in the ancient world, like traded all the way to Rome. And like here it was more common, but the vast amount of it that's in this longhouse would be either it's an exceptionally rich longhouse which is trying to show up off, or there's some other reason for it. You would expect there to be amber decorations and amber jewelry, but not whole walls covered with it necessarily. And that is the thing that stands out as like the most strange immediately. And certainly the bronze weapons, the fact that they are as intact as they are after being in damp conditions, like they are rusted but they're not disintegrating, kind of suggests that this place might have been more metallurgically advanced as well than similar longhouses.
I mean, actually, they are oxidated, not rusted. Rusted is only on iron.
Yes, they're oxidated, but not as oxidated as you might expect, which means that it's either a some kind of a bronze form of bronze that is more resilient versus that, or it's just higher quality, or there is something else that preserved them slightly, but it's in better condition than you might expect.
Yeah.
So it's richer and it's in better condition than you might expect.
Sad it's not copper. I know that when copper gets very oxidized, it's worth a fuck ton.
Okay. Hannah, you have another weekly sit-down do with Gertrude. What do you wish to tell your sire, and what do you wish to try and extract from her in the meantime? Or do you have something else you wish to work on, of course, but I definitely want to know what what information you pass on.
I know. Definitely tell her that we found some weird archaeological site, basically, in the construction site.
Okay. She will tell you that she could probably arrange someone to contact a Giovanni, but that she won't because you need to stand on your own 2 feet, and she's not going to contact a necromancer for you until you've made every attempt to do it on your own. And failed. Like, she expects you to do your best to resolve this on your own.
Okay, like contacting an Italian or resolving the situation.
Well, she just tells you that it's obviously a ghost that was tied to the building. You've disturbed its resting place. So you need a necromancer to clear it out of there so you can claim the site.
I don't think there's no Giovanni in the city, right? Just to be sure.
No.
Okay.
Like, you would have to find contacts and inform the prince, like, I need a gastarbeiter for 1 night to come in and clear a tenant that doesn't want to fuck off.
That sounds like a headache.
Yeah, but it's an excellent challenge for an up-and-coming venture to not just resolve such an issue, but resolve it with dignitas.
I see you.
But yeah, like, that is effectively her her advice. Seek hired help, trade some favors, make arrangements. Like, I could put you in contact with one, but I won't because you need to learn this sort of stuff. And you, yeah, like, what Ethan said about cats, it's like, maybe the ghost did fuck with him, but everyone knows that he's been talking to his dead sire at Elysium. So the fact that he's seeing things isn't really an argument, especially if he's the only one seeing them.
But he's the only aspects ever.
Yeah,
I don't say that.
that sucks for your group, doesn't it? That the only one with aspects is the Malkavian that sees things. Like, that's what he does. He sees things. Sometimes they're even real. And that is why Nosferatu, not the Malkavians, are the spy clan. Because you can't trust what the Malkavian tells you. He can believe it 100%. He might have actually seen it, but that doesn't mean much sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I'll think about who in the city might have Italian friends.
Okay, do you have a contacts rating, Hannah?
Not for vampire stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right, you have... Alright, give me like a charisma plus contacts if you would. And if you want to actually go looking for an Italian consultant, at least get in contact with one. We can see if you are getting any progress on that.
Okay, I'll spend a little power point because I don't want to launch 4.
Okay. Sure. Let me check. Yeah. It turns out that the Italians are assholes because they want payment even for a phone consultation.
That sounds very Italian, I guess. I don't know.
But one of the other Ventura, they're all older than you effectively, but like one of the younger Ancilla is gonna tell you that, uh, he could probably arrange arrange for you to meet someone in the city who can at least confirm if it's a ghost, who can see ghosts. But what do you have to offer in return for putting you in contact?
I mean, I would have to probably offer a favor, right?
Well, you're pretty young, and that domain has already killed one neonate coterie. It would probably have to be more than a minor boon, since you're not going to be around that long.
I'm not willing to offer a major one for a consultation.
I mean, we go from trivial to life boon. So you can go for moderate if you're willing, but that's not even the promise of a consultation. Like, they'll just get you a sit down with someone who secretly has enough necromancy to see ghosts.
I'll tell them to. I'll consider it.
Okay, you can always offer something else, but like that's kind of like the, I know something you don't kind of think. And Dan, you were trying to get a bonus by doing a very thorough report on the cat and what you were seeing. The regent is gonna call you down for a sit down, have you recount your experiences, take notes, and I'd say that like a bonus of like 500 euros is reasonable, given that it might all be Malkavian bullshit, but he wants to encourage you to keep reporting to him any extra stuff.
Of course.
Which is like 2 weeks' pay for, in terms of this job, so it's not bad. He will tell you that like with as much information as you've given him, he is not entirely sure what it might be, and suggests that you can discount the possibility that it might not be there, since well, you do clearly see things, and then I don't know. Ethan's response probably to that is like, like what? And then he tells you, and then you zone out, and it's like, huh? Oh wait, I didn't quite catch that. What did it? It's like, right. Like, well, I'm not gonna go into specifics. I don't want to embarrass you.
Even though there's physical evidence in a way of reaction to the but you do you, Chantry man.
But yeah, he's like, keep gathering more evidence. Could be any number of things. The things that can go invisible, or see through, or convince people they're not there. They are numberless, effectively. It could be a ghoul cat with obfuscate.
It would occur to that too.
But given that it can move and vanish while you're directly looking at it, it would have to be a pretty low generation. Like, he's gonna tell you that if it is a ghoul cat, you are probably talking about someone of. Well, the cat would have had to been alive for centuries with a steady supply of blood to have learned that much obfuscate as an animal. And it would have to be a very, reasonably low generation sire. Let me. Do I want to use. I guess we don't want to go with super powered ghouls in this campaign, like use the alternate discipline level limits for ghouls.
Yeah, because then we got several ghouls already, and that could be bullshit.
Well, it doesn't change anything for you. You're still limited to like 1 level. But I think Generation 8 can do level 3 disciplines. You know what? Let's go for an alternate one, right? Let's use the alternate for this. He would say that depending on how it works out, and it can vary, you're talking about at least the 7th generation, if not lower. So there's an elder with a ghoul cat that they've had for centuries that no one's ever noticed, that has somehow learned very high level obfuscate, which is unlikely. But possible, but unlikely. It's gonna tell you that obviously there's relatively few vampires of generation that low in the city, although there are a couple.
That's all, I guess.
And he is gonna this time give you like a camcorder in case you don't have one. See if you can get any footage for me. Like,
I'll try, but
the pictures are nice. I definitely appreciate those. I will be studying them in great detail with my reference materials. But try and get a image of this creature. It might show up on film if it is obfuscating.
I also send a text to my ghoul to pick up some cat toys from some cat store.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna do that. You have like a you have like 3 or 4 cat toys. Like, he's not gonna spend a fuck ton of money. It's like, you know, like, I don't know, 10-15 euros worth of the Polish currency. But you do have cat toys with all kinds of jangly bits on them. I believe you specified jangly.
Yes, enough to distract it as a warning system.
Okay. Then Elysium rolls around, and you have your chance to let me look at Gdansk historical sites, see if there's anything in particular we want to visit this time. But you wish to talk to the Sheriff Bacon.
Yeah, and the Elysium.
We'll use this for now, but I don't think we need to specify every time. It's just, you know. Malborg Castle, sure. We'll say that it's that, and it's like one of the Ventru Elders that's hosting it this time. Can use this as a convenient placeholder picture. And sure thing. The sheriff is, of course, you know, doing Toreador things. And how do you convince your sire to let you off on your own in Elysium?
I don't think he's able to convince her.
Okay.
She's probably just watching.
You know, she's probably in a good mood since the issue with Stanislav got resolved to her satisfaction, and she didn't have to buy you new car parts so you wouldn't sulk. Or at least she was able to build that to Stanislav. So she is going to take you over to Theophil, and how would she introduce you? Oh no, she's in a really good mood. She's gonna introduce you as her consort for the evening.
Wow, that's rare for her.
Something must be going really well, huh?
Hmm.
Theophil is gonna extend his hand. Good evening, Neonate.
Good evening, sir.
And how has your new domain been treating you?
Oh, it's quite interesting. If may I ask, considering the place we had your previous meeting, uh, are you into Amber and its history?
I do have some small interest in the field. And you can just have like pictures printed out that you like took on your
Yeah,
phones previously and
yeah. So, yes, we found some very interesting looking Amber artwork at the place. Just check it out. I just take the pictures.
just he takes them politely in that, okay, I'm gonna humor the kid, but this is getting annoying. Doesn't he know to keep his mouth shut? He has no status. And starts looking. Oh. Oh.
Like,
Huh.
I believe to be dated between 3rd century before and after Common Era. Like in that period.
Well, this is very, very interesting. Now, huh. Oh, I should show these to an expert. Can I keep these printouts?
Yes, of course. If there's anything interesting about it, tell me.
I'll, uh, I'll show these to an expert. If anything interesting comes up. He doesn't actually say that he will share it with you, but you know.
The sheriff is a good person. Of course he would.
Yeah, he's the best. Stanislav, it does seem like this Elysium, a couple of your closer associates are willing to risk being seen with you. So some of the younger vampires in the city, especially from the lowlands, are once again talking to you. You are no longer isolated socially. So, with that in mind, is there anything you wish to try and accomplish within Elysium?
No.
No, you're just like schmoozing, doing stuff. Uh, give me a charisma etiquette roll to see how well you maneuver, because there's gonna be at least a couple of people that are gonna discreetly approach that are important. And yeah, you're starting to smooth over what butthurt remains about you acting like an idiot, because believe it or not, there's hungry elders in the city who need to trade for shit with the Tremere. So things are a continuing. Ethan, anything you wish to accomplish in Elysium?
Did my sire approach me?
Your sire does seem to be leaving you alone for the evening. He must be busy with something else.
Then I keep an eye out for anyone who's looking at me if they want to approach me or do business with me. That's what I'm doing as usual, business work.
All right. Excellent. And Hannah.
I'll just socialize a little to keep my arm off my back.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, he is equal to you in status. I see. That's problematic. Uh, Felix is going to approach you, and he's going to inquire as to whether you want in on a new poodle coin opportunity that Stanislav has taken him up on, and if you could match his contribution, of 50 to 75,000 euros, you would stand to triple that in just a month.
Sounds like a scam. I mean, I had some recent expenses, paying
All
off
the more
mortal
important to
authorities.
pay it back. Do you remember 2021 with the AMC and GameStop saga? Dogecoin went up through the roof after that. I'm telling you, the same thing is gonna happen with Poodle Coin. No, I'm saying 3 times, but it could easily go 10 or 20 times your buying price. You understand, right? Once this thing takes off, it's going to the moon.
That's
All you have to do is
actually.
buy and hold. Okay? You have to buy and hold, and it's going to the moon.
So, what kind of business is Poodle Coin?
I feel like I need to roll a manipulation roll of some kind here. I'm not even sure he usually. Oh, yeah, he has a specialty in crypto in his finance. So he's gonna start explaining to you the financial philosophy of crypto coins. And in theory, it's a currency that the governments cannot control, and it would make the Masquerade a lot easier as well to move your funds around if you had them tied up in Poodle coin, which is gonna hold its value forever.
Yeah. See, so, and how does it work? Like, do you?
Well, it exists on the blockchain. Which means that transactions with it cannot be counterfeited. And it just launches into the usual spiel. Now, Naxi, do you have any dots in computers? Or
No,
anything
I don't.
that would give you Yeah, it
I
sounds
asked
like
him what if there's like physical shares or what.
it's a cryptographically secure digital asset.
The time that I call my bank usually when I need something.
Well, we're both kindred. I wouldn't scam you. You transfer 50,000 euros to me, and I will give you 500,000 poodle coin tonight.
Can I roll an empathy roll to see if he's truthful about not scamming me?
You can roll versus that 5 success manipulation roll, see if you can pierce. You know the internet is the future, Hannah. And you've heard about Bitcoin. It started out like Poodle coin is now at 10 euro cents or whatever. And now for one point, it's volatile. But now Bitcoins are worth 30,000. Recently they were back at 60,000 euros per Bitcoin. If you got into Poodle coin now and you held it for 20 or 30 years like those original Bitcoin holders, think about it. That's like 100,000 times return if it went up as high. More, really. With that 50,000 euros, you could be a millionaire. Or you could have more millions anyway.
But I don't even have a computer.
It's okay, he will take a bank transfer. He has his details with him. He starts to reach into his pocket.
But like, is he the owner of Poodle Coin?
He says that he's one of the founders, and he ensures. Dan, are you okay?
Actually, yeah, it's a great idea. Let me just call over some of the other venture. They would probably like to get in on this.
Do you wish to stake your status on supporting Felix on this venture?
No, I'm just trying to get away from him.
Okay. Yeah, no, like he's gonna be at your side for the rest of the evening, whittling you down. I mean, I want a willpower roll from you because you botched the empathy roll and he's very successful. It's really fucking tempting.
Okay, I'll spend a willpower point.
You know, your sire told you that there are 3 safe places to put your money. At least in the... And, like, they can still be fucked with, right? But they're relatively safe. Factories, land, and gold.
And Poodlecon is neither of those.
Felix tries one last time, tells you that it's like digital gold. It exists on the internet.
Tell him if he goes up 100 poodles, I might consider it a value investment.
It's not actually secured with live poodles, Hannah. And eventually, like towards the end of the evening, he's like, Stanislav, my friend, my best investor. He just pulls you into.
I ask him, how's the value of Poodle coin has been since I bought it?
We're down 10% right now, but it'll go back up. It'll moon soon, trust me.
We'll see.
Stanislav, you need to have diamond hands, my friend. And yeah, for Ethan, do I want to fuck with you in some way? I don't think you had any kindred friends. I think Luna is gonna have a chat with you, actually, in a quiet corner. Ethan, how has it been going? Has Stanislav, like, is he done with this shit, or do I need to stay worried?
He hasn't done anything too uppity that lately. We've mostly been, unless it's more of an effect of us being preoccupied with our residents.
You'll tell me if there's some bullshit, right?
We are of the same clan.
That's right. We are. And you know
Wink.
I would have your back if someone fucked with you, right?
But of course, we need to, try and look good. And I know it's hard considering what happened. I was trying to help our situation, but what can you do?
Hear her voice in your mind, which is a blatant violation of Elysium rules, by the way. You know I would have your back, Just like I had your sister's back when she got into trouble. You know we're friends, right? And that you can rely on me. In that it's in your best interests to keep me both happy and alive, Dawn.
But of course.
Haven't had the chance to ask you. And, well, you probably have your own opinions given how you participated in that little show, but what are your feelings about the Blood Hunt?
Well, the recent one.
Well, yes. It's hard to keep track, I know. There are so many, one every few years, but the most recent one.
Well, I'd say as a group we did pretty well. I was surprised no one else was able to beat us to those targets, considering how bad things went towards the end.
Well, maybe it's because most of the city isn't actually looking to eat each other. At least not quite that literally. So you stand by what you did?
Well, it was kind of suspect the gangrel was there. And, well, given my position, I did need the boost, as it were, and experience.
She stands up. I watched you for the entire time you've been in this city, Ethan. Reaches across and gives you that one-handed, like, squeeze on the shoulder that almost feels like a hug. I'm really sorry you ended up where you are. Walks off.
He's like, "What do you mean?" Because he had the obvious implications there that he wouldn't get.
Yeah, no, like when you're asking for sanctuary, you're going in the incinerator room. She's gonna dwarf fortress your ass and unleash the magma. Okay, the Elysium draws to a close. You have another week to 10 days before the next one. Where to continue excavations and careful studies.
Let's take some flashlights and inspect the site itself.
And presumably you have been going a ways inside already, but yes, you can use the week to finish inspecting the inside. So, at the very back, behind the throne, embedded in the back wall, is the only place where there is a stone part of the structure. It's like a doorway that's traced entirely in amber, and where the passage through would be, it's just stone bricks, like a roughly shaped stone walling it off.
Huh, weird.
Like a rear exit that's been walled off.
I just knock on the bricks.
Solid, cold stone.
I just look at the others. I don't know you guys, but that really looks like some sort of sealed portal to a magical land. Probably Hollow Earth.
Is your Auspex active, Mr. Malkavian?
Yes, it is here, and not to mention I do have the toys spread around a little bit and holding one of them.
Alright, you're looking for early warning. Everyone roll perception plus awareness. Reduce difficulty by 1, Dan, for your aspects. The rest of you sense nothing. Ethan, you can see shimmers of amber light with traces of every other color flowing up and down faintly along the arc. It's almost like a slow pulse, like a heartbeat, but slower, maybe 20 beats per minute.
Ah, so it seems to be alive. And I guess I'm perceiving aura.
It is. You can perceive aura on it. Roll to perceive aura.
What'd that roll be?
Perception plus aspects. Because we changed it. At 8. Your heightened senses are definitely picking up the presence of something. And it's not dead magic, which is notoriously difficult to perceive with, aura sight. But it's not living. It's something that acts like it's living but isn't necessarily alive in the traditional sense. There's no aura there.
Guys, there's something behind here. And it seems to have some sort of power, and it's not of what we are.
Behind the wall?
Said it. Portal to magical land.
I don't know about
Any
a portal.
interaction with the arc, by the way, I want you, that your characters do, I want you to describe. Bacon knocked on it, or like Lizak knocked on it, I'm keeping that in mind. Ethan is taking a close look at it. Here I want you to be detailed if you're fucking with it at all.
I take a step away from it. I think we should probably leave it more down.
Yes! Hannah steps away from it. This is some Tremere bullshit. Let the Tremere and Malkavian deal with it. Okay, Hannah steps away. How far?
Should I? Important question. Should I break the wall blocking the magic portal so we can escape to Agartha?
I'd say we'd better ready up beforehand. Let's examine the arc a little bit more first. Or if we can hear anything. Maybe we should put our ears to it to hear further.
What is Stanislav doing? Those two are discussing. Hannah has taken a few steps back at least. What about you?
He Mhm. He takes a photograph of this artwork.
It's not really artwork, it's just a simple arch
He
of
takes a
amber.
photograph of this arch, then puts a light to it, and takes a photograph again. He wants to cross-reference it in books later.
Okay, so you're taking careful photos. Excellent. All right. You two are discussing what to do next. What do you do next?
I got an idea. Guys, you might want to take cover behind something.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shine light through it.
To
How
you, by
about
the
we
way,
have
the amber is completely dark. It reacts the way amber normally would to the light. He's only seeing the light because he has heightened senses that allowed him to perceive the magic in it.
Okay.
The Malkavian picks out a section of the arc and starts fiddling with a flashlight to see how the light shines through it.
Yeah, I just get the camera torch and run over areas where I think it would react.
It does not seem to be reacting to physical light. If anything, it seems to dim in those places.
Okay, it's safe.
By the way, at this point, Stanislav, both of your ghouls would be recovered. The butler, once he got checked by a doctor or someone with medical training, effectively burnout. A very, very, very severe burnout, like collapse of nervous system due to extreme exhaustion.
So Butler would be recovering and bodyguard would be with me.
Okay, is he here
Oh.
inside?
Yes.
Okay, then there is a fifth person there, and he is on the inside. Now, this Arch and the Malkavian claiming he sees something with heightened senses does jive with your research. This might indeed be a portal of some sort. If it is, there's probably a ritual or ritual phrase or a key or a talisman of some kind to open it. Smashing it open with an axe, the only thing that could likely do is break it.
I'm looking for any amulets.
Alright. Then Stanislav is looking around in the neighboring rooms for anything that might be an amulet. Perception investigation.
Fail.
Yeah, other than effectively what you find is like an old amber necklace with a couple of extra pieces of amber with holes already drilled in them to attach them to said necklace, and that's it. He's just like casually tossed on the remains of a bed.
Did we see that?
I mean, Stanislav finds it. You are not necessarily going through the side rooms yourselves. He just starts, forcing open doors and looking inside, seeing if there's anything.
In the arch room, can I search for any indents along the walls or any counters? Like, Stargate, how they have the dialing in
Yes, roll
keypads and that.
perception investigation.
What's my investigation? That's right, okay.
And while you are at it, I want everyone to roll perception alertness for me. You have at least one dice, Stanislav. I don't believe you.
Right.
Okay, I think it makes sense for... and you can roll at 5, Dan, by the way. Because you have heightened senses running. Hannah, you can smell something... something strange and chemical, like there is the faintest trace of something coming from somewhere, but it smells modern to your nose. Like it's one of the smells of the modern world. You can't necessarily place from where because it's very faint. Ethan can tell that it's coming in on the breeze that occasionally moves air a little bit in from the outside. Some
What if
kind
it's
of
a
a
gas
sharp
leak?
chemical smell. It's sharper than a gas leak would be.
Okay.
Tizo?
You can't smell it, it's too faint. If you went closer to the outside, you might be able to tell. It's
Lazek,
fallen, so it's probably a diesel excavator. So, yeah, it's could be that the cat chewed through the fuel line.
I'll
mean-
check outside, given it's a modern smell.
Okay, you go outside and the smell gets stronger. So, you go outside, you look around. Give me another perception alertness. Something clonks you on the head and you are drenched in something. The smell is overwhelming. It is some kind of an acetone or paint thinner. You
I
feel the
yell for the
beast
others.
clench in your chest like, oh no. So you look up and you see a lighter falling towards you.
I run.
Dex Athletics.
Can I buff one?
Yes, definitely. Now, acetone doesn't burn too hot and it burns quick. So I'm gonna say that there's no chance of dying here. But, depending on how well you dodge, you're risking up to 3 points of ag.
Can I spend willpower or does this count as a combat
This is a
roll?
combat thing. Okay.
That's 2 successes.
You manage to dodge and you rip your jeans or pants or whatever you're wearing off. So it's only a burn up one leg, but you do take a point of ag and you are now pantsless.
I get out of the rest of the trench skulls.
Before
While
we
keeping
do
an eye
that,
around.
you are owed a rock shrek at 7 for getting burned.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll the rest of it because, the threat is gone by then. But you hear a whoosh and a horrifying scream from Hannah as something attempts to set her on fire.
Just go out with the axe.
I'm going to her looking for traps.
Okay.
No, I will order bodyguard to look for traps because I can't.
Okay. Roll 6 dice at 6 for the bodyguard. Lezek, as you go outside, you can see 2 bottles of paint thinner on the roof of the building. You can see the empty aluminum bucket on the ground where it had been poured. And you can see the lighter which was tossed down to ignite it.
Right.
It turns out that there are a lot of dangerous chemicals at the construction site that can be used to hurt people with.
Yeah, he's just surprised that no one's told the paint thinners to huff yet.
Okay, you do not detect any more traps.
Right, do we see a flaming Hana nearby or we have to go?
You see that she has bad burns on one of her legs, her pants are off, and one side of her pants is... Well, actually, the pants are pretty much now burning out, and Hannah is just like maybe 10 meters away from them, pressing against one of the walls of the pit with wide eyes like...
I'm taking tomorrow off to heal the dark, by the way.
And he just approaches. Are you alright?
I mean, I'm gonna have to get some new gloves at the very least. But the wound is sort of superficial.
Right. Yeah.
She also
Guess if
she's also stripping naked from the rest of her clothes which are still soaked in paint thinner.
Yeah, I'm not keeping those on.
if the Malkaven is right, there is a weird cat around. Guess. How do you kill cats more efficiently?
Well, you press the slaughter button and then the dwarves will take it to a butcher's shop and
And make it to biscuits, I know.
Poisoned cat trees.
I guess we can just ask him to shoot the next time he see it.
So, Stanislav, you're following outside. Ethan, what do you do?
I assume that everyone else has what's going on out there. I'm still trying to find out what I found from my investigation.
Okay, after Stanislav leaves, you hear jingle.
Okay, I turn around to the jingle.
Nothing there. You hear another one from the other side of the room.
Oh, the other. Oh, so it's hunting me. So, in that case, I know it's MO because it's going to lunge at me. I'm gonna walk towards the first one, but ready to dodge, and hopefully there's a wall it can jump into.
Mm-hmm. There is a second jingle from behind you, from the exact same location.
Oh, it's clever. Well, then I'm going to do it as I'm walking towards the first one, pick it up and jingle this one. See if it goes for a third.
There's a like 15 seconds of silence, and then you feel a tug on your leg, and the one on your leg jingles.
It might not be attacking me. Then I lower it down towards it.
You look down, there's nothing there.
Wait, what? Well, I guess I had turn around, but ready to dodge.
Okay, so yeah, no, it's a cat. It can definitely do something like that. Oh, that's a botch. So, this is what I will do. So the cat suddenly becomes visible as it's hanging from its back legs from the ceiling, and it attempts to scratch out your eyes.
Oh,
But it slips and loses its grip on the ceiling as it tries to swing at your eyes, and you have an opportunity where you can catch it and essentially grapple it as it falls, as it's turning in midair.
yeah, that's a good point. What's that? Strength and...
Oh no, like it will
athletics?
be in a grapple with you if you want to be. Like you'll be able to establish the grapple.
Okay.
This is a consequence of it botching. It just falls into your arms because of how it was positioned and how crazy what it was trying to do was.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying real hard. Yeah, well, I'm trying to grab it then.
Okay, you grab it. It's in your arms. It looks up at you. A look of pure orange outrage.
Just bite it.
And I think, well, depending on what you do, we might need to roll into initiative.
Hmm.
But the cat is gonna do the cat thing where I really don't want to be held. Cat, paws everywhere, twisting everywhere, trying to get out, essentially.
Yeah, try and claw and all that kind of thing. Hmm. What should do? What do? It's yeah. Put my face right near it. Its mouth. All that, but oh man. Well, it's clearly the same cat, so and it's clearly gonna trying to attack me. Obviously, he's smart enough to not do that. I'm gonna try and throw it at the wall.
Okay, give me a yes. Huh. Sure, we're gonna call this like an automatic attack, I think, unless you want to try and go extra hard. Actually, yeah, no, give me Dex Brawl and it'll use Dex Athletics at 8 to try and twist in midair and, take the blow. Because I know cats can really rearrange themselves in midair.
Is there time to blood buff on it?
You have one turn.
Any extra difficulties?
Oh, no. Okay, Dex Athletics at 8. Like I said, you throw the cat on the wall, it twists in midair, lands on the wall with the force of it, like it was, falling towards the wall, runs down it, and just takes off running down the corridor.
Okay.
It's running towards the exit.
I'll shoot the cat.
You don't see it.
Not yet. Okay, so it's only visible to him.
Do you want to follow it, Ethan?
Well, since I can still see it, I'll try and keep up with it. Yes.
Okay, so Stanislav, you, the bodyguard, you're both looking for threats, and you don't sense any. And then Ethan is running past you, sort of bumping you with his shoulder. The cat just runs past them as if they weren't there. Just weaves around their legs and goes past. You two do not see the cat. And keep in mind, this may still be an elaborate trap by me and Dan, where we are role-playing his Malkavianness.
I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
Since my character is intelligence 3, so he's quite intelligent. So he understands that Malkavians have ability to sense what others don't sense.
That is more a function of the occult knowledge.
Yes.
You
So
know
it's
that. So with one dot, you know that. I think you would know that it's Tremere clan policy not to be very careful with Malkavians, to not make assumptions about whether it's what they're seeing is real or not. Especially the regent has taken that policy as well, right? You
okay.
personally don't have enough knowledge to know for sure if they are all crazy or if there is moments where it's genuine oracular ability beyond the aspects which multiple clans share. But you would know that they do have the reputation of being oracles and seers. What you don't know is whether that's just aspects and them being crazy combining to create that reputation, or if there's more to it.
I make a shot at the door frame on the ground level.
Okay. Give me a straight up luck roll.
Luck
Like 1d10. Okay. So a 1.
Is it good or bad?
Well, lower is bad in this game.
Oh.
I'd say you don't do any damage, but you shoot Ethan in the leg as he runs past, with a ricochet off the floor.
Ah, mother! And I keep limping after the cat.
Okay, are you trying to catch it again?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep eyes on it, unless it tries to run somewhere
Yeah, give me a
that
Dex
might reveal
Athletics.
something.
Let's see how well you're able to keep up. And the two of you now outside see Ethan. You hear a gunshot, you see Ethan running out of the temple with a motherfucker and just running, scrambling up the side of the pit.
Yeah, I just scream at him. If that's the magic cat, just fucking kill it.
I'm working on it!
Okay, you know, like cats when they get really flustered, you run it into like the half-finished building. It runs to a window. Shit, this one's closed. No, shit, this is the bathroom. And it's just cornered in the bathroom looking at you and like, I better fucking kill you. What the fuck? How did you follow me? You know when you chase one down and they're super pissed and frustrated that they can't get away when they should be able to? It is for the moment cornered, but you can see it in its eye. It will try to make a run past your legs.
Clearly toys. It's smart enough to realize toys are just toys. So, guess I'm gonna try and shoot at it too.
Shane pulls out pistol. You see for a moment a look of terrifying intelligence in its eyes, and then it raises its paws into the air as you pull out the gun.
I keep aim, but I'm keeping aim. It appears to be surrendering or trying to trick me again.
He's now telling you that the magical cat is trying to surrender from inside the half-finished building next to this one. It's just like yelling out across the construction site. You're all able to follow him towards there if you wish.
I wait for everyone to get nearby.
Okay. Give me a perception alertness roll, if you would. Okay. So you kind of start to glance away for a moment. You glance back, the cat looks to be gone. You look more closely, you see slowly one of the screws on the bathroom vent starting to unscrew as if someone invisible was working on it very carefully.
I say, stop doing that. And click the gun more.
The screw stops turning, the cat stays invisible.
Has everyone near me yet?
They've arrived at this point. You can roll a perception awareness to try and pierce its invisibility, I would say.
I also stick commanded to as well whilst doing it. So the others can.
Oh, you want it to show itself to others?
Yeah, I say it while doing that to be double sure. See how complicit it is.
It's a cat, it doesn't show itself to you or to anyone else. What do you mean, cat doing what you tell it to?
Yeah.
Drop it works for about 5 seconds until you look away. That's the extent of obedience you ever get from a cat. And that's if they're obedient and like you and feel like it. Is the 5 dice roll the perception awareness?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then it stays invisible to you. You know it's there. You don't think it's moved from that position at the grate. You could probably shoot it if you really wanted to. It's not unscrewing anything, but it's not visible. The rest of you are watching him point a gun at an empty space underneath a bathroom, grate. You know, like the ventilation opening.
Shoot it for fuck's sake.
Alright, I'll shoot it.
Alright, give me a Dex Firearms at 8.
Just double checking that's right. Oh, I was about to be wrong. Cancel that.
Okay. Give me a damage roll.
What's that? 1 dice?
No, pistol it's like 4,
Yeah.
right? That pistol?
Yeah. Pistol is 4. So, he shoots, then he feels something impact him on the chest, try and push him over with speed. The rest of you see Ethan stumble for a bit. You have one more chance to try and catch it while it's invisible, or to try and shoot it at point blank, but you can't see it and it's all over the place, so it balances out to another 8. I'll give you the choice. You can attempt a grapple, or you can attempt to do murder.
I attempt to. Since the other guys can't see it,
The Regent did say that sometimes you see things.
I try to. I can't grapple and shoot, can I?
No, you have to
No.
choose one or the other, I would say.
You have a very aggressive Polish guy with an axe behind you.
Yeah, but I'll grab it. Hopefully he can swing in between the space good enough.
Okay. Give me a Dex Athletics at an 8, I would say. Since it's a small target and it's invisible. Okay. You know how it's like a cat when it starts to twist out of your grip? You try to catch it with one hand, with another, with a third, and it just keeps twisting and being all over the place. It's like that. You see him scramble against something, like all over the place, and then he's like, oh fuck, I lost it.
Damn it, it's gone. I almost had it.
Now, Ethan, you know that you are aiming the gun well below the grate, and there is no bullet hole in the wall. The rest of you, the way you remember it, just moments after now that the scene is finished, is He shot it through the grate. The bullet must be somewhere in the ventilation system. Of course, there's no hole in the wall.
Right. Guess we're back to square one.
We're that close.
Look, whenever you see the weird magical cat again, just kill it. Oh, like one thing is messing with our equipment, another is starting to burn us.
Yes, cross the line.
It's getting quite dangerous.
You were gonna take an axe to its home, excuse me? Like, how are you the good guys, Bacon?
I mean, of course we're the good guys. He's a cat, not a person. He doesn't have any rights.
Only people have people rights.
You do know that I killed a dwarven child in Dwarf Fortress for killing a cat. The 4 dwarves weren't the real reason.
Which was a mistake. Like, that kid has that bright future. He could be your next general. At that age, already novice at fighting?
Fucker just training himself by you turning plump helmets into headshot missiles. Just eviscerating dwarves with socks thrown at high speed. Alright. The cat seems to have fucked off for a moment, and Hannah, you have been given, we're gonna say, a gym bag by Stanislav's bodyguard from the back of his car with probably for you somewhat too large pair of gym pants and a t-shirt.
My pants are nothing.
And you may proceed over the course of the week or tonight or however you wish with investigating the site. Let me know how you want to continue.
Yeah. That's... Right, anyone knows, like, what we do with the magic wall thing?
The Tremere should. Well, to inform the Tremere, you have potentially a magical portal. You have 2 options, right? Try to disassemble or seal it permanently, or try and repair/open it.
Mm,
Like, I don't want to do that, but if it gets too troublesome and we don't have ways to solve it, like, I have an excavator.
You do have an excavator. That might do it. After all, it's infused with all the power of human belief and technocratic magic woven over centuries.
It's made out of pure banality.
What are you talking about? There are no Fae here. Yeah, the fact that the Malkavian is literally the only one who can see this kind of a dead giveaway. Alright, so what's the plan? Tear it down?
could wait until like Sheriff returns with when he talks with his Amber specialist. Probably can know something. Like, Stanislav, can you like take pictures of the Magic Portal artwork and like show to some other premieres or research on your own?
Well,
Yeah, I think I will show it to people in Chantry.
now here's the thing: Stanislav isn't experienced enough in magic to get a huge benefit out of like ancient magical artifacts, right? But powerful Tremere, you might be able to extract significant boons from for trading powerful magic or knowledge of powerful magic. So, like, you can tear it down or attempt to, but this is kind of the thing that you can actually get good fucking boons out of Tremere chantries for this kind of shit. Or raise your status within a chantry, as it were.
Okay, let's show it to the head of the Chantry and we'll see what kind of boons do we receive from it.
Right, if you're going to try to get boons out of it, like take the venture with you. Venture at good at this, right? At Lucatana, right?
Isn't it talking like it's a I don't really know how to deal with his people.
Tremere have
I
their
thought
own
Clan
procedure
Tremere has a
anyway.
weird code, has like their own distinct culture.
The Ventru aren't
Right.
asshole enough to be Tremere. Ventru are like Tremere, but less socially incompetent, less magical, and more popular. It's like they went to the same school, but they weren't nerds.
Yeah, it's just like try your best at negotiating Stanislav. Don't give everything at once.
Okay,
I
let's
saw an online
negotiate.
coach talking about it.
Let's negotiate about this together as a group. We can receive somewhat sort of a group boon from it.
Now, something to consider, and this is something Stanislav would know intimately, like Tremere have a high expectation of clan loyalty. As in, you might be part of this group, but as far as they're concerned, you're working for Clan Tremere.
Mhm.
So, like, their expectation would be that you screw the group over to bring as much benefit to the clan. Like, you can still work on the group's behalf. I'm just letting you know in advance that that's not what the clan would, necessarily be the normal.
Okay, I will work on the group's behalf.
Okay? Then you can certainly, over the course of the week, request a meeting with the regent, which he will happily grant, and not even in the most shit parts of the night. You are allowed into his office. He invites you to sit. Stanislav, good evening. I hope you are fully recovered from your ordeal.
Yes. So I plan to, how to say it in English, like do something good to counterweight my bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
How is it? There's a word from it. Repent for problems I caused for our clan. I found something that may interest you.
Alright, to continue.
Um, Below our domain, our group's collective domain, there is probably a portal made of amber, which leads somewhere. And there is invisible cat guarding it. The cat is real. It's not a hallucination because it almost burned the Malkavian.
Alright.
What would you want me to do about it? Do you want me to open it or destroy it?
You're a member of Clan Tremere. Do whatever will bring the greatest benefit to the clan.
I'm concerned that opening it would lead to some sort of masquerade breach.
Well, then you mustn't open it. We cannot threaten our position within the Camarilla. He reaches into his desk, pulls out like a sheet of paper and starts writing on it. Writes down like 2 sentences. Makes a bullet point list of like 5 points. Signs it. Pulls out a lighter and a stick of, sealing wax. Dribbles it on the page. Stamps it with a seal. Holds it out to you. For Victor, to give you access to a couple of the advanced books detailing the proper rituals for guarding against what this may be. I assume that the Malkavian is the only one who can see it.
Yes,
If it's real, then these rituals, should you be able to enact them, or should you convince one of the others to enact them for you, will offer some protection from it. These are books, some more modern, some less so. Give me an intelligence occult to have an idea what they're about.
I rush it.
Do you have 2 points of occult?
No, I rushed it. I used blood point.
That's V5. You can only buff physical in this one.
Sorry. Okay, I'll reroll then.
Yeah, it's V5. That's one of the improvements. Yeah, looking over these, it's like the one is relatively recent, written in like the 70s in America. It's like something like the urban guide to parallel realities, their dangers, and the methods of warding against them. One is like old fairy tales, and just looking through these would be enough to piece together how to cast the rituals ward against Fae and warding circle against Fae, if you had enough thaumaturgy to enact them. And the
Rituals
time to
against.
actually learn them. But these are level 3 rituals.
So I can do real level 3 rituals.
You can't. He doesn't know. But these are the books. You have the permission to use them and knowledge in them, and you can definitely trade with some of the other Tremere who might have enough thaumaturgy to
I
enact
will
it for
trade
you.
with my sire.
Well, we'll have to play that out. What do you want to offer your sire?
I will offer him poodle coin.
I think that's a manipulation finance roll at difficulty.
Okay. He's gonna ask if Felix sold you poodle coin.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's been selling people different coins for about 10 years now. You got screwed, son. Well, Felix himself gets richer and richer, like he's very rich, but you got screwed. No thanks.
Okay, what do you want? So,
What do you have?
I have something else to trade then.
I would have to. Well, what do you need warded?
I want a word from Faye.
Yeah, but what do you want warded? How big an area or what objects? Like, for how long?
Myself, for as long as possible.
It doesn't stick to a person. It has to be an object.
So how exactly words work? Faye
The
cannot
ward
get near them.
is they take damage and have to potentially spend willpower to touch whatever is warded. Warding circle means they can't enter the area, or have take damage and have to spend willpower to push through the ward.
Hmm. Can we make a word into? Can we make a? Is it possible for you to make a word in circle about around an item which will be moved in the future?
Mm, difficult because listen, you should know this stuff. Like, have you not been keeping up with your studies?
Yeah.
Alright, look at this, right? See, this is aligned with the North Star, this with Orion's belt. Then it needs to track where the sun sets and rises in the sky. It's if you move it a significant location, the entire astrological alignment goes out of whack and the whole ritual collapses. It's not like you can just drop down a carpet with a circle on it and it'll work wherever you take it.
Hmm. I think okay. Ward my knife against fairies.
Alright, what do you got in return?
Okay. Um, I can give you information about where we found fairies. Maybe
I'm
you'll be
gonna
interested
take
in this.
a guess, and it's on your new domain that had a lot of strange occurrences recently.
Hmm. Maybe you want me to do something for you.
Or are you offering me a boon?
I offer you a minor boon.
No, not good enough. This must
Hmm.
really burn you. How about this? I will ward your knife if you kneel before me and say, Dad, please, I need your help. Please help me.
I'll do it.
He just laughs at you when you do. And you can add that your knife has a ward against Fey carved into it. He expends a willpower point, so it will not just last for the night, it will last for as long as that knife exists and the carving is intact. And that means that any Fey that tries to touch it, or like it's 3 extra dice of lethal damage versus Fey, effectively. But okay, anti-Fey weapon acquired. Okay. Uh,
Then I'll tell about this to my group, and maybe, just maybe, someone wants to. So I tell my group about Faye, and I tell them about warding weapons against Faye. And maybe Lejek wants to charm his axe against Faye.
Oh, that would require a separate favor traded. But
If he
certainly.
wants to. I tell him that this is a possibility.
Alright.
Hmm.
So that will get. What do the others want to accomplish across the week?
um,
I know that Hannah wants to spend to make sure she has enough blood and spend a full night resting, etc. So that will take up a good chunk of the free time. But
right. When we say a week passes, are you including like basic hunting to keep our blood level, or do
yeah,
we need to
yeah.
say?
Well, like, if we have a scene, we'll roll to see how much blood you have in your system at
Okay.
that moment, and but like I'm playing it pretty loose because it's not like, oh no, this night this happened, the next night the Sabbat attack, and oh no, everything's going to shit, and like we're not
Okay.
in, you know.
Hmm. Well, if I have. Well, actually, no. Blazek is very smart. Like, the problem will solve itself soon. Like, we know there's a cat, and like the wizard and the Ember specialists are going to give out the answers we need, and we're going to like banish it. So he's already going to start preparing for the turning the abandoned buildings into illegal punk bars.
Ah, of course, excellent. So all right, you're doing that. You can certainly organize a fight club in the bottom of one, like your sire would. You know, she has been starting to drop hints like you have this new domain, you're away from me more often. When am I gonna see some fucking benefits from this? You know?
I just like going to into the usual bars using his small amount of fame to like I may have a plan for the future, like would you be interested? Trying to get know who would want to and who would not.
Mm-hmm. Like, no, your sire will absolutely jump on this. Like, you're laying your own slow plans to build. Like, no, she's just like, oh, you are of course gonna grant me the chance to, you know, do my thing on your domain. Like, you don't mind, right? I can have permission, right? You wouldn't say no to
Sure,
me.
the more the merrier.
I. That's great. And she's gonna bring in like 50 people and just have an underground fight night. And you know, at the end of the night, you're gonna find one of them in like one of the rooms that you're using as a, you know, bathroom, uh, with its eyes clawed out and just bled to death. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that his blood smells weird to you, like
Hmm.
different.
That's actually weird. Like, huh?
It's kind of attractive. It actually smells good, and come to think of it, you've been having this weird craving ever since you ate that person, and like you can't. It's like you need something, and you're getting edgier, and there's this growing need in you that like this probably wouldn't cover it, but it might. It's different.
He has enough self-control. Like, he stops things. I have no idea what this is. And like, uh, no, he's stupid, and stupid people think they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like, huh? The cat must be targeting special people. Guess the only way to know it's have a taste of the blood and describe to the specialist later.
Yeah. Okay, so you fall on the corpse and you drain as much of it as you can, and yeah, it's weird. You would it's like you
No,
just feel.
he's smart. Before that, he takes a picture of the guy.
Yeah, sure. So you drain it, and it's like you don't feel that different, but it's like you feel really relaxed, like kind of floaty almost. But it's like it's kind of like a weak trace of something in the blood rather than something that's properly there, you know?
Yeah, he would call Amelia.
Mm-hmm. What would she say? Like, okay, you call her, and it's suddenly like the way she talks to you, it just sounds really fucking grating for some reason. It's like, you did what? How could you let this happen? This was your territory. We were supposed to be safe here.
Like, he blinks. I never said that.
Are you giving me back talk? Get over
No,
here
wait.
right now. We are going to have words, young man.
Like, wait. Before that, like, this guy, he smelled very weird, and like, to verify, I had a taste of him. Where did you got this guy? Like,
Are
there's something
you
off about him.
high right now?
I don't know.
Did I
It's
give you
weird.
permission to use drugs?
Didn't smell like drugs. Can I even use drugs? No, I tried to snort some time ago. No, it didn't work. I'm really confused.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen, Bacon. And we're gonna resolve this narratively unless you want to turn it into a fight. She's gonna show up with her two ghouls who are gonna stand in the doorway, and she's going to beat the ever-loving shit out of you with her celerity and potence. Because she does not like the way you are talking back to you. She's gonna take you all the way to crippled, and then once you're properly, chastised, and once you've burned off some of the drug, like drug-laced or whatever-laced blood, and once you love her again the way you should without any bullshit, and yeah, once the blood bond kicks in fully again, you're like, oh, holy shit, I was so rude, I fucking deserved, I'm a horrible person.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. There was something on that guy's blood. I apologize. Like, I feel so bad.
I should never have allowed you to join the Blood Hunt. You're clearly not ready. You're such a fucking disappointment. She turns around and goes to leave. The ghouls just snicker at you from the doorway and leave as well. So, presumably you have a body on your hands, but that is not an immediate concern because, like, nobody probably knew where the Fight Club was beforehand, so... And you have a large construction site that is largely empty, so...
And yeah, that's a construction site. We just need to, like, put it in one of the holes we're going to fill with concrete to be discovered, like, thousands of years into the future.
Where everyone assumes it's a tradition to sanctify the construction site with a buried body.
Yep. And it appeared that his eyes were clawed out and then he was drained of his blood. Must be a ritual.
Mm-hmm. And, Ethan?
Well, I guess I check in with my ghoul.
Okay. The investigations that you have are proceeding as well as can be. There's probably some things that require your help, so there's certainly enough to occupy you if you wish to attend your duties. So we can assume that you're doing you know, things to maintain your stuff effectively?
Yes, since the other cases have been, well, they have their information about the portal and that kind of thing, so he assumes he can go to do all this.
And presumably you once again reporting to the regent. He is, you know, definitely a cat. You described how it worked out, how the others' memories seem to be confused at times, etc. And he's gonna tell you that he has a meeting later that week with Stanislav, and he will equip your Tremere brethren with some magical tools that may be of aid with what he thinks this might be. And it's better to do it this way than not reveal that you're working for him, because it keeps Stanislav more honest.
Yes, this is all working out nicely.
And, you know, another €500 bonus. You've been doing excellent so far. Keep it up. He's very
Not to
happy with
mention-
the service.
Yeah, you already have photos of the portal, I assume?
Yeah, and he will happily take the recording of you poking around with it and etc. Unfortunately, you don't have an image of the cat on camera, but you know, he's pretty sure he knows what it is, and it wouldn't show up on camera anyway under those circumstances. But oh well.
Correct, I was mostly doing combat with it. It really wanted me, seeing I'm the bigger threat at the time.
He will request that if possible you don't kill it just yet until you've confirmed what it is. It might be a There might be a way to utilize it in a more productive fashion.
That's understood.
And behind
I
a
was
more
attempting
productive stands 1,000 years of Tremere history. As you do. Okay. So, couple nights before Elysium, you regather. It turns out that there is a body that is slowly starting to decompose in one of the construction sites now. Stanislav is equipped with more stuff. Hannah is healed and recovered. And, you know, there's a new car parked next to the construction site with a couple of guys in it. And I see those looks. It's like, what new bullshit is this?
Could be a Uber delivery, who knows?
They're sort of hunched down in the car seats trying to stay out of sight, but you have a guy with auspex and you're keeping careful watch of this place, and there's not a lot of new cars getting parked here, so you immediately look like, wait, that wasn't here yesterday. It's like this place is, you know, kind of out of the way, and well, yeah, it stands out when someone new shows up. It's up to you how you wish to engage with this, or ignore it as you please. Thoughts? Bacon, you might be muted. I see you in the dark, but I only see an outline and I don't hear you.
I was not speaking. Like when I arrive, I also see that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go past it. I just know that the people inside.
You just see them sort of
I
flinch
will
when
order
they're
my
noticed.
hacker bull to look on it through cameras.
Unfortunately, he tells you that the server for the security cameras has been shut down, and there is now a message that the service has not been paid for on the site to access it.
Pay for it then.
How? I don't know the details. I don't know the user number. I just have. It's a cloud virtual machine. I don't have that account, I just have the system login for the XP they put on there. Like, boss, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, it's someone else's account. They just fucked up with the security and they haven't paid it.
Okay, let me try something else. I will make a photo of car's number and you'll how to explain? Check who this number belongs to.
Okay. It's is Romania in the EU? Romania isn't.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Romania is. It's
Moldova that
the
isn't.
yes. It's Eastern Romania that
Yeah,
isn't.
he tells you that it's a Romanian number.
Hmm.
About as far out of town as you can get and still be in Europe. Unless you're coming from Portugal. You see one of them just
Technically, you
flip up
can
a
come
phone.
from South America and still be in Europe. You know, France's longest border with another country is Brazil.
Uh-huh. You see one of them flip open a phone when they see you do that and start checking the number. They seem to be calling someone.
I just look at the guys and like, just tell them like, if you guys are here for the copper, like, we already took most of it.
Oh, so you just like walk up and talk to them?
No, like I pass through, like nodded. They are looking weird. My friend is just talking with someone, staring at the license plate. They look worried. I just, they're here for the copper. Like, guys, we already took most of it.
No, the one that was talking on the phone gets up. You see him do that. Fuck, I hope this doesn't go wrong, and start walking towards you.
Yeah,
It's just eyes glancing between the three of you, presumably trying to determine who the leader is.
like, it's everything alright, friend? Are you guys here for like looting the old building?
Presumably all of you speak a bit of English, a bit of Russian. I'm not gonna fuck you with languages because keeping track of that is a bitch in a multinational game. They probably switched to Russian. Sorry, friends, not speak Polish. Russian?
I ask English?
Very little English.
Here for copper?
No, not copper.
Ah,
English
iron.
word,
Ah,
domain, yes. You domain?
yes.
Mistress asks, where Elysium?
Who is mistress?
Mistress powerful kindred. Need prince.
Yeah, just moment. I just
You're
called
looking at what
the.
was in your notebook for moments like this.
I called like sounds Russia. Yeah, I called my responsible adult.
Which is mom, or is it like the hound assigned to your clan?
No, it's Amelia. Why would I talk with someone else? Like she's the best. She knows everything.
Okay, you call Amelia. I'm not talking to you right now. Beep.
Alright, let's go second best. Count the hound.
Hello.
Ah, hello. Which is the hounds? Are the hounds named or
No, they're not.
just?
It's just some anonymous random. You're not even sure that it's a. It's just like the Bruja called this number, the Ventru called this number. It's divided up, so some like it can be, you know.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Hello. I have a thing here. Like, there appear to be some ghosts in my domain. They don't speak our language. Like, they only speak Russian, and they're telling that their mistress wants to meet the prince. It's look there. She's looking for the Elysium.
Ah,
Should I pass her number, or is there a number for like foreigners to try to get in contact?
that's all you know.
I mean, I can ask questions. They are here. I just talk to them, but thought it was best to inform first.
Okay. Okay, here's what you do. If they fuck around, delete them. If they don't, I'll call back in 10-15 minutes. I need to call some people. I'll give you an address or number to pass on to them.
Right. Thank you. Right. I just look at them. 20 minutes. Get location for you.
Good, good. Now, you say copper in building, and you realize now that they're kind of dressed like gypsies.
Oh no. Uh, Almost. No copper. To coal. Steel iron.
Okay, no problem, mate. I check excavator, yes?
No. It's excavator mine. Using for work.
He's gonna go back to the car, open the rear, and pull out a crowbar and a wrench. How pipes? I take pipes, yes?
Hmm.
This place probably has European plumbing. There might be something useful in there.
Okay, I will address them.
20.
Guys,
20.
you just arrived in the city. According to rules of Camarilla, we can kill you just on the spot.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
So if you will
whoa.
not behave, we'll get rid of you.
You listen to what Big Man says. Big Man say, I take pipe.
No. Every 10 pipe, 3 for me. No. Don't trust that. Written word. Know your
Yes,
kind.
word. 3 pipe
No.
every 10.
Want paper. Do not trust.
Don't trust paper, can't read.
Figure out later. Just wait for answer, then we get business.
Yeah, you can keep him inside, but he's definitely taking a very careful look at the site, running a mental tally of what can be pulled off of it. His phone rings. A while later. For, he picks it up, starts speaking rapidly in Romanian. He seems frustrated. Then he seems embarrassed. Then he holds out the phone to you.
Take it. Hello?
Hello, who might I be speaking with? And this is like in nearly perfect English.
Hmm. Uh, just...
And then it switches to Polish. Or would you perhaps prefer Polish?
Yeah, Polish is better. I just, kindred in the city. I believe that there must be a misunderstanding why there are some of your ghouls in the door of my property.
My apologies for my servants. When they are not following direct orders, they sometimes revert to their old habits, and I usually allow them to indulge themselves, so they are rather unruly. My apologies. They will, of course, not interfere with your domain in any way.
Right. Well, if you were looking for getting to the Elysium, I already asked for to get a contact for you.
Most excellent. I have, of course, a letter of introduction, and I have tried to call ahead, but I thought that this may perhaps be faster.
Oh, the prince of the city is very strict with domains. Luckily, uh, they weren't in my domain, and I wouldn't do anything. But tell your ghouls to be careful if they go deeper into the city and just get lost in one place or another. They might face serious consequences.
Thank you for the warning. I am well aware, and I am familiar with Prince Harold by reputation, if not in person. And of course, my apologies. They had strict instructions not to enter your domain without invitation. Uh, if they have violated these, please do inform me, and I will see to their punishment thoroughly.
No, they didn't do anything yet.
Very well. I look forward to meeting you, perhaps at the next Elysium meeting. And you will receive, once it turns out that you are in a call already, a SMS with a phone number to pass on to your visitors.
Yeah, fuck it. Still dying. Wait.
I think you might be okay. Yeah, I think you're okay. No, you're frozen again. Ripperoonies.
Now stay by connected to wireless or not. Yeah, wireless is on.
Yeah,
Uh,
we can hear you.
yes, I was asking, my name is Lezek, what's yours? After she talked meeting on the Elysium.
I am Katerina Dragomir. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Sure. When I get the contact information, I will give to your servant.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you while this call is going on, you receive an SMS with the phone number to pass on to her.
Oh, actually, alright. Oh, actually, just got the phone number for your contact.
I have paper and pen at hand.
Yeah, and I just say the number.
She says it back to you. Make sure it's correct. Thank you
Yep,
very
that's
much,
it.
Lezek.
Right? See you soon. And I just give back the phone to the ghouls.
Okay. And
Gave a number to boss. go away. We have work to do here. Dangerous.
They seem to have been somewhat chastened. They straighten themselves up, adopt a more formal bearing, and bow to you formally before retreating to their car and departing.
Okay. Problem solved, guys. Just a misunderstanding.
You are gonna get your pipe stolen.
At least Blazak is happy. Like he heard about the tales of the last gypsy vampire that appeared here, and the trouble was to kill it.
Oh, you get to eat someone. Maybe your addiction will go away. And by the way, you, Ethan, have also been feeling a certain rising tension.
Temptation.
But you may discuss among yourselves your future plans with all the information you now have available to you.
Right, we have magic knife that kills Fae. And Fae are like these old legend things that you forget about after seeing them.
You don't know if that you forget about seeing them, but you do have like old stories of people crumbling into dust when returning from, other realms, for example. Or like you go to sleep and 1,000 years have passed, or you go into a cave and
Right.
you like. I think most folklore stories are about heroes ending up in Feylands more than Fey being here.
Right. Standard level. It's like, are there some special magic wizard classes to see them?
I tell him about my master and tell him that if you offer him a boon, he will give you. He will enhance whatever weapon you want.
Right. Like if, right, their phase. Like I heard some stories in like basic books. Like if we make a big iron ring and put around the portal, we are going to block it, right? Because it can't cross iron.
You have
I'll
heard that
I will check the book if it's true.
the book details occult practices, symbols, and magics. But Lizek, you would know that a cross, a silver or an iron cross, often worked in the past in the books you've read.
No, but that works against me. So
You must be a Fae then.
stops things. Let me search something.
You haven't seen any fairy circles or the like here. Mushrooms growing in circles, that sort of thing. Things you would normally expect to be a portal. And
True.
with the research, well, no, like, yeah, you are looking for. It's specifically called practices and symbols that can be used to block them, right? So it's more philosophical texts about the symbology of the fairy story rather than folk tales of like hang a horseshoe over the door kind of stuff.
Well, you could put like horseshoes around. Yeah, that's a thing. But like, if crosses work, of course we just need an even stronger and more real religious symbol. So, like the
And
symbol for Perun or Rod. obviously more real gods of this land will be even stronger.
That could be true. You could try and get a iron symbol of Perun.
We're in a construction site. We're filled with rebar, and I have potents.
You have 1 dot of potence. You are as strong, like you're a strong, strong man, but that's about it. Because you have what, total 4 strength as a result?
Yeah, but like, not all concrete will have like all those thick ones. Like part of it would have thinner pieces of rebar.
Yes, if you use your leg to help, you can try and give me a strength craft roll. Sure.
If I activate potents, do I get an automatic success?
Yes, of course, it's a strength check.
Okay, so
Which means you need to roll to see how much blood you have available.
It's 10 plus how much again?
+3 plus fame plus domain plus herd.
4. So usually it would be plus 4. And we can distribute.
The 2
yeah,
from
would that-
domain as you see fit, so if you roll super low, you can ask the party if you can use them for this.
I mean, I just trained a guy that I accidentally killed
Yeah,
this
but
way.
then your sire beat
Ah,
the
it
crap
lost
out of
all
you and you
growth.
had to heal.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I purged that blood.
She,
That's
you
all.
know, first movie, Mr. Smith against Morpheus, where he just goes, like, or against Neo, where he just pounds
Yeah.
him. Like, it was rough.
Had to stay hungry is like something minus self-control, right?
It's 7 minus self-control. That's when you start being hungry. I think you're okay, unless your self-control
Yeah.
is 1.
No, it would be 3 for hungry. Okay,
Yeah, you're
that's
fine
good.
then.
Yeah, I spent a blood point for automatic success. And I roll 4 dice, difficulty 6.
Yes.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. You bend some rebar into symbols for old Slavic gods.
Actually, I have a reference picture here. Perun is the cube-looking one, and Rod is just the round one with the asterisk in the middle.
Okay, I'm not gonna try and decipher that. But yes, you make some symbols. 3 successes is sufficient. Where do you place them? Around the temple to contain it inwards or keep it things away from it?
To contain it inwards.
Okay. And have you gone and fucked with the what you presume is the portal since Hannah got burned?
I said away from it. Seems dangerous.
Okay. By the silence, I'm assuming the other 2 are staying away as well.
I'm actually there. And last stance left. It might be a good idea if I hold onto the knife, seeing as I can maybe stab it if it tries to mess with me again. And it might not know I have it. We've had protection against it.
He's asking you for your knife, Stanislav.
I don't give him.
Very well.
I say knife is for when knife will be used when we'll encounter this fake creature.
Okay.
Okay. So you're able to discuss in detail. You are not interrupted by any traps. Next night is the last night before Elysium night. Ethan, you're gonna see a cat see the cat in the distance, and it's gonna be motioning for you to follow.
Okay.
Roll your Auspex rating. It's gonna lead you into the temple. Difficulty 6. Okay, I'll tell you what you sense when you sense it. It waits for you to follow, make sure it stays in sight, and it's leading you towards the portal. You can duck outside and call the others if you wish.
I just casually walk towards it, like I'm not chasing anything down.
It points towards one of the side rooms and runs in there.
Okay, keep going.
You poke around the edge. It pushes over the box with the amber beads and the amber necklace over. So it clatters on the floor.
Okay. Do you want me to take the beads?
Just nods in that sort of sinuous cat-like way.
Okay. I pick them
And
up.
you are sensing danger. There is some plot unfolding here that is deadly dangerous to you. This is like your hand freezing short of touching the amber. Like, not sure why not. This is the fabled Auspex danger sense. Your sire told you a long time ago that sometimes your clan's abilities will warn you of threats.
Okay, well, I'll check the area then to see if I find anything else that's
Yep.
heading towards me.
Perception investigation. There is no trap. The cat pushed it over. It's on the floor. It's obvious there is nothing beneath it. If it had stayed on the bed, maybe there might have been something below it, like a hand grenade waiting to explode once you lifted it out. Nothing that you can see physically trapped about the beads. The cat has gone outside. He's just tail is swishing back and forth in frustration, waiting for you to get your shit together.
I'm reaching out, hold my end pen back. It's like, my hand, something sus. I grab, maybe I take off my jacket,
Mm-hmm.
and instead I take a few steps back, and from the shoulders, I move it, try to scrape the beads towards me.
Yeah,
Slowly.
no, you are able to scrape them towards you. They catch a bit in the leftover mud on the ground and cracks on the floor, but you can just sort of sweep and sweep until you have a good 3 or 4 by the door where it should be safe. The cat keeps at least like a 2-meter distance between you at all times, but he's just watching you, and his tail is swishing faster and faster with this delay.
You definitely want me to touch this, don't you?
It rolls its eyes and it gives an almost human-like sigh, like. Have you ever seen a cat, like, do a sigh in frustration? Because I have IRL. It is. It is a thing.
How can I aggravate it more?
Stanislav and Lezek, meanwhile, Ethan sort of ducked down into the pit a while back, and he's not out again yet.
I will take a flashlight and I will go looking for him.
Okay. You at least are able to find him quickly. He is standing in the doorway next to the room where you found that little bit of jewelry left that was half assembled. And there's amber scattered all over the floor. Couple pieces of it are on the ground, and he's looking between those and something that's down the hallway that you can't see, and just kind of laughing to himself.
I point the flashlight at something he can't see. Like, I mean, okay, this is complicated. I look at the way he looks.
Yeah, that spot he's looking at, you want to illuminate.
Yes,
There's
I
nothing there.
illuminate and take a picture.
Okay. The cat pulls back its ears and it hisses at Stanislav. You now see that it's. You know how cats have a bunch of flat teeth and a couple of incisors that are really big? All of its teeth seem to turn into tiny needles as it hisses at him.
I
Like it
I
has a
look at the
piranha
phone.
piranha mouth.
Do I see this creature?
Nope.
I
Lizard?
would come in a bit after, carrying like the iron holy symbol.
The cat
He's sitting
looks
here.
at the holy symbol that Lezek is carrying, and it seems to calm down a little. The fur flattens a bit. He's gonna sort of keep an eye on between you and stuff. So then he's gonna dart across, and he's gonna stay by Lezek's foot.
I just ask, did it work? Did it go away?
It's still in the room with us. It's
It's
standing right beside you.
It's hiding behind his leg and looking out at two of you like what now? There's two of us. That cat like a look of like we got you now, fuckers.
Wait, it's on my leg?
It likes you now for some reason.
I look down, do I see it?
No.
Fuck. I want to do a intelligence academics test to try to speak in reconstructed Old Slavic.
And what do you want
And
to
like,
say?
are you a follower of the gods?
Give me, I think that's like a difficulty 9 to make yourself understood.
Okay, I would be using my PowerPoint on this. 4 at 9.
Okay. The cat listens for a moment, and then you see just this most cute Shrek kitten smile on it, and it just starts rapidly speaking in a language that's vaguely similar to what Lezek spoke, just looking up at him. He's almost like rubbing against his leg now.
Can he hear him? The cat?
Well, the cat can hear him. Lezek can't hear the cat.
I just
Yeah.
did you respond
Try and
anything?
translate. I mean, I try and mimic what the cat's doing.
Okay. I would say that since it's a language you don't know at all, what would be even like wits alertness at 9 as well? And it's not like it's speaking like a native speaking to a native, it's just like rapid fire, right?
Right. He's not taking time to think, he's just making the sounds.
Yeah, like he's just letting it all pour out. Unless this is beyond your puny brain, but you make out a few words, something about great lords, summertime, and finally someone civilized and like, and it's weird, like there's a couple of differences between how people assumed it would sound and how it actually sounds, but it's it's close enough and different enough to sound really like it might be the real deal to you.
Yes. I just try to speak again, and I just say, no see, no hear, looking at my foot, like where it's supposed the cat is.
uh, it's just gonna this time it's just like 4 words effectively, at least in English it would be: broken, cursed in a sad tone, so sorry.
Broken what? Do you cut out for me?
Broken, cursed, so sorry.
Ah,
With like a sadness and like looking at Lezek.
does it mean we are cursed or he is broken and cursed?
I think he
you're just
means-
reproducing the sounds, Ethan. You have no idea what is going back and forth here at all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he would know, but he's too busy.
Well, Mr. Solved, everyone. We have a old pagan cat that worshipped, that was a servant of the real gods, and he's cursed or we are cursed.
Well, it's
mean, we are
literally called the
blessed,
curse
so
of Cain, so
We are blessed, so of course him is the cursed one, and that's why we can't interact with him.
I also, now I'm able to take the time that I also think that he means the archway is broken and cursed. Something went down here.
Could be. Could
he
be that
looks at you, looks at Amber, and then you see that look of realization. He rushes over and smacks the 3 pieces of amber next to you away from you.
Thank you.
And then just, spinning wheels back towards Lezek.
What happened now?
You could have sworn there were pieces of amber, but it must have been just a play of shadows. There's no pieces of amber next to Ethan's feet. Must have
Yeah,
been
well, I'll
just a
just
bit of
tell him.
water glinting in the mud.
No, yeah, the cat wanted me to touch a cursed object, but now he's changed his mind, fortunately.
Huh. So now we can be friends? No, I just look at it and say like, uh, uh, sorry, iron, again bronze, like holding the symbol. And the next one I will make it will be not offensive to the Fae.
The cat is gonna point at Stanislav and he's gonna say, friend, enemy. This time, like, he's doing it really slowly and enunciating it so that you can try and understand.
Like, fuck, neutral. That's my answer to the cat.
The message comes back. Touch amber, touch wall, while nodding at the stone wall in the archway.
Me? I just ask it.
Neutral.
Mm.
Neutral
He
my
just like
ass.
he just like points at his head and says, later. And and like tries his best at say need to learn. And like yeah, I guess we'll have a go now.
The cat is gonna say, no language, little in Polish, hard to learn. Very different. This is interspersed with the kind of cursing that you might expect construction workers, of course, to use.
Yes. A lot of kurwa.
Yeah, exactly.
No little kurwa. Hard kurwa.
Many adjective, kurwa.
Okay. Yeah. Can't speak Polish.
Who's been here for months learning, so.
Uh well Ethan just ask it like what do we need to do to restore the temple and make it stop trying to kill us?
How can we make peace and restore this temple? Or do you know how to do these things?
Not touch temple. Leave alone, not build.
Ask it if we can bring more worshippers. Like I know some guys that would really enjoy praying here.
Would you like to restore the temple and have new followers?
Not temple. Warhold. Lord went to war.
Which war, if you know?
Old war. Left behind. Guard against mice.
Did he use the arch to get there?
Send neutral through arch. Find out.
Mm. Do you want to see your master again?
Can't trick me.
Or this is not a trick?
Can't trick me. We'll find where sleep, cursed.
Do you know the results of this war?
Find where sleep. Diesel. Kaboom. And the cat is looking at you like, you really want to stop treating me like an idiot and talking down to me like I'm just gonna give you all the information.
I was offering you trade, but very well. He's not being super working together at the moment, but this is a good start as well.
Okay, so now, this is a warhold of an ancient, probably fairy master. Guess makes sense, like doesn't want people here. Guess we could not build around and like
The cat's eyes, however, it has very round eyes all the time. They don't seem to really narrow into that narrow cat-like pupil. So what you glimpsed before, it seemed like it might have been larger. And the eyes are somewhat different than this cat's as well, Dan. And I will
Oh,
show the
what-
reference picture to everyone. Give me a second.
Is that an AI cat?
Yeah,
Why couldn't he use a real cat?
because it wouldn't be suitably Uncanny Valley. It needed to be weird.
Doesn't look weird, just looks like a cartoon of a cat.
Close enough. Okay, I think Nyaxi is still working on fridge problems.
Like, let's see if I...
So, Stanislav, what have you been doing while they've been going back in Old Slavic? Have you been trying to decipher it? Did you put it through Google Translate? Have you been taking pictures, recording it? Like, they certainly glanced in your direction.
I've recorded it.
Okay, you have take out phone, film it, record it.
I want to ask Enchantry about it later.
Okay. Absolutely. We're gonna wrap up in a second, but we can play that out now. Like later that night, you can definitely take it to the regent, see if he makes anything of it. And let me check if anyone has high enough. He might know something, but it will be difficult for him because his specialty is in an adjacent field that's not necessarily that much overlap. So first of all, let's see if he can make out even the reconstructed language. Does have the time to listen to it at his leisure, and assume that he is spending willpower on it, so he will have at least one success. He's going through it, taking like a phonetic transcription of what is being said. Like maybe you tell him it's important, so he freed up like part of the night for it. Like half an hour in, he just sighs, takes you down to the library, starts pulling down reference materials, pulls out some laserdisc CDs, puts them in an old computer, pulls up some language libraries, and just starts going through it. And I'm gonna say that in like over 2 hours, you have a pretty clear idea of that entire conversation. Well, Stanislav, it looks like your coterie members are debating whether to sell you out and have the Fae kill you. I would prefer if you did not let that happen, since you are a valuable asset to the clan.
Yeah, I thought of them as friends.
Careless to think someone is a friend after such a little time, but such are the mistakes of youth. Don't feel too bad, Stanislav. So, what do you think it... Well, come to think of it, actually, this is an excellent win. We've learned two important things. We know how to open the portal. You need to be touching or holding a piece of amber for it to open for you, which means we have the key, and there's something sufficiently dangerous on the other side to potentially destroy you. This is good. I wonder if we could use this in some way. Well, at the very least, we've learned valuable information. What are your thoughts? How do you intend to proceed?
in character, my character is severely disappointed that his own teammates want to sell him out in a
Well-
way that he knows.
You should be disappointed in yourself as a Tremere. You should have already been planning to sell them out, if not sold them out first.
Hmm. That's it. And I think Stanislav should have 12 XP by now.
After this,
Yes, after this.
and you want to assume that you've been going to take lessons with Luna for Obfuscate 1 item?
Yes. So he'll take Obfuscate 1.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. That is fine. Are you sure you don't want more thaumaturgy first?
Fire is pointless.
Access to more powerful rituals isn't.
Actually, yeah, that's a. Okay, I will
And fire
think about
gets
it.
better at higher levels as well.
Okay, I will think about it before next session.
Alright. How do you intend to deal with the cat? It's a significant problem that only the Malkavian can apparently see it. But the fact that the Malkavian can speak ancient Slavic all of a sudden, well, it's not unheard of among their clan for events like that to transpire, but it's usually in someone older and it's extremely rare.
We need some sort of way to see this cat.
There are ways, Stanislav. Of course, there are ways. They are just exceptionally rare and difficult to acquire.
Maybe some sort of ritual.
Such rituals are extremely complicated. The easiest way, and it is a very debatable easy way, is to consume a small amount of fey blood, about a quote unquote blood points worth, and that should give you the ability to see them and interact with them for a night. Unfortunately, apparently, there's a memory distortion effect that erases your memories after the fact. There have been experiments done on this in the past. I won't bore you with the details. Just rest assured, Stanislav, I am watching and I'm doing my own research on this. And if you need to know something, I will tell you.
Okay, thank you for assistance.
You are not very skilled in personal combat, are you?
Mm, I'm moderately skilled.
Have you ever had to use a knife in a fight?
Yeah, so almost murdered the Malkavian elder with it.
Perhaps it's best if you don't remind me of that particular event. I could make arrangements, and I could acquire a device that would allow us to make use of the cat and its mystical energies. But you have to understand, I would have to trade on favors to acquire these items. Favors with other powerful Tremere who have them in their keeping. Which means that I would expect results if I were to entrust you with such items. It would not be a matter of, oh, I felt sorry for the poor creature or I made a deal with it. if I were to acquire such items, I would expect you to make use of them and do so successfully.
Mm.
And of course, you understand the implications that failing a mission of that importance would have on your standing within the clan.
I understand.
So I guess the question is the cat of any further use to us? Or is it time it benefited Clan Tremere in a more direct way? I have always considered the input of the people in the ground or in the trenches, as it were, to be of significant importance in making decisions, which is why I'm consulting you despite your young age. Which is, I would prefer for you to actually say what you think.
I think we need to kill the cat and destroy and disassemble the portal
Now,
to use material for something more useful.
disassembling it may well destroy it permanently. Let's not rush into anything too hasty with something that may be
So you
valuable.
want to open a portal, defeat on what's on their side,
We don't even
defeat.
know where it goes or what treasures are on the other side. And you want to risk destroying it.
So we're looking for treasures.
We're
Hmm.
always looking for treasures, and we're always looking for knowledge, and we're always looking for advantage for the clan, Stanislav. This is what we
Okay.
do. Our prosperity depends, simply put,
Hmm.
on our position in the Camarilla and our ability to effectively trade for occult knowledge and our expertise. We are cultivating
Hmm.
the thing on which all of our power rests. So, of course, we are looking for treasures, we are looking for magic, we are looking for knowledge. Now,
Hmm.
I need you to understand this, Stanislav. Losing the chance to access something like this, well, if it's unavoidable events, these things happen. If it's true stupidity, regents have lost control of their chantries or something like this. And I usually prefer not to use threats, and I understand that, well, other than your hiccup, you're a rational man. So, do the math. If you're the one who's actually to blame for something like this, and if I'm to have any point of keeping my position, if my superiors are angry with it, the blame has to go somewhere. And if you disregard my instructions, or, well, I prefer not to be blunt, I prefer to instruct and reason logically. But please understand the importance of what I'm telling you. This is an extremely valuable find for our clan. It must not be wasted. Do not be reckless. Do not be stupid.
Okay, I will not be reckless this time.
You should never be reckless, but this time in particular. I will inquire as to the availability of things that will allow this to be accessed or interacted with. Should you require instruction in the use of the Auspex discipline, I will ensure that either Victor or Gregor are available to teach you the basics. It would certainly
Also,
make things easier if you acquired this power finally.
yeah, Auspex can be useful to see this thing. Hmm.
Well, it is rather early, and tomorrow is Elysium. I still have some final prep work to do for that. So I will leave you here with the translation. I suggest you read it again and solidify in your mind that you should take care. You do not know these people particularly well. You are all but strangers to each other. And you should think of yourself and your own benefit, which, in my opinion at least, lies squarely with the clan. Good night, Stanislav.
Good night, master.
Nods heads upstairs to his office. So, thoughts in character and out of character about how this is going. Dan,
How?
well, we'll go around in the way the Discord windows are arranged on my screen. It's
Had to be a cat. And a difficult cat.
it's orange. They're all special.
Yes, they're
Don't
all
tell my partner
stupid.
that.
No, orange cats are stupid. I can attest to that. Look at this fat, stupid guy.
In character, he's fond of how things are going. But damn, he's wish he could have made a deal with the cat. Maybe the animal ken or animalism may have came in handy.
Even
But-
normal fake cats have at least 2 intelligence.
Who's smarter than me?
So you're talking down to something with human level intelligence that's like, yes, tell me everything. It's like, bruh, you're a cursed undead bloodsucker. What?
Yeah, but everything has a motivation.
Okay. And Matt, what about you?
I'm conflicted. I think Auspex is also out of clan discipline.
No, it's in
No,
clan.
it's
You
in
just
clan.
didn't take it at start.
So I can
You
take
won't
this
even
one
have
instead.
to drink anyone else's blood. It's already part of your blood.
Okay, so that's easier. So I think I need an Auspex instead. Because I need to see this cat.
You don't
So-
have a lot of perception. That's just the regent's recommendation based on what could be used here. Like, you don't have to follow it. It's
Yeah, I have a dilemma. Do I want to hide in shadows or do I want to see the cat?
You're also
So
not like, that's the thing, right? Like, you can assume that the Auspex will let you see it, but will it? The regent
Because one
spoke
is-
as if the surest way to like guarantee being able to interact with face shit isn't even Auspex. It's, you know, drinking Fey blood so you're like actually connected with it.
So
Not to mention, it takes a lot of tries too.
I have a
Sometimes.
dilemma and I think about it for now.
Okay, so yeah, well, but that's retroactive. Like, what has Stanislav been working on in character? Like, how does Stanislav feel?
Stanislavs feel betrayed by even more people and mistrusting everyone else. Now he doesn't trust anyone.
10 years of abuse under your sire. Nah, still trusting people. The world is generally good. It's just my sire that's the asshole. 2 months in a like less than a month in a coterie. I can't trust anyone. They're all out to get me. Okay. Lezek.
Well, in character, no. Oh, that cat seemed like a piece of shit. No, he's just a right proper pagan worshipper, you know? Like, he's cool. I respect him now. I won't destroy his warhold, and I guess as long as it doesn't kill people around, probably not going to build this place anyways. It would ruin the punk aesthetic. So I guess we could make a deal and like work things out. And in character, why did it have to be a cat? Like, it would be much easier to kill other animals. They're usually
That
more
might have been
stupid.
part of my thinking when I originally decided on a cat. I don't remember all the reasons of why it was, but like, yeah.
If it was a dog, it would just try to bite us, then I could axe it in its face.
I take it all you have guessed that it's a chimera by now, right?
Yeah, I guess a long time I just didn't remember what a chimera was called.
Mm. A chimera is from Changeling the Dreaming System, Matt. It's effectively it's a fake creature. It's a dream that, and the dream reality is something that overlaps normal reality in World of Darkness. But it can't interact with you unless you can make yourself part of that dream reality in some way. Unless it has a special power, which this one doesn't. Except,
Mm.
you know, you have one person who is thoroughly fucking insane and has auspex.
But well, I guess Lezak will have his redemption arc. Well, he will get a bunch of humanity and get through fate to be able to communicate with the fairy.
Sure, true faith will help.
And of course, I believe the same things he does.
I mean, yeah, Lizard becomes a crusader for one of the old seasonal courts.
I mean, it's probably summer or spring, so
There is a
not that
certain
bad.
very shiny, sunny aesthetic to the cat, yes.
Yeah.
That too was deliberate and why I needed the AI.
Like, and I just need to. What's the name of the thing we do? Like when you are high on humanity, I already forgot that meme.
Golconda.
That yes, I just need to do Golconda so I can walk under the sun with the cat. Should be easy, right? I just need like 10 humanity and find one of like 5 vampires that are on Golconda for them to teach me.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, none of them are in this city.
Easy. We are in Europe, like someone should know someone that knows one.
Yeah, I know where, like, the antediluvian of the clan who systematically pursued Golconda is.
Right, I just need to visit Vienna. It's on their basement.
Okay. Any special plans for the future? As in for the next session? How do you proceed to resolve this fucker?
We But the problem auto solves itself. Like, we protect this place as long we ask the cat to just not kill all random people, and things are cool. Like,
The problem is banality, right?
I mean, I bet the place will be filled with happy dreamer energy of all the people getting drugged and beating each other to have fun. That's nothing more hopeful than that.
Mm-hmm.
all the all the young strong men dreaming of maybe that hot Russian chick will love me one day.
Vampires are like banality poison just crystallized, by the way. Then again, if we go with the interpretation we had of like the old seasonal fey magic, then it's more resistant to some types of banality than others. And like it might be able to shrug off a lot of the modern stuff more easily, whereas the old stuff will just wreck it instantly.
Like, and it is a war court, as we can see by the war hall and the sun symbology. So a fight ring on the premise would surely help the cat.
I mean, fighting on the premise would help, and like, honestly, like out of character, it's probably summer. Like, if there was a war court, it was fucking summer.
So yeah,
We're speaking of deep lore, Matt. Don't worry about it too much.
yeah, I think we could solve something working with the cat.
Like, honestly, just pick up a piece of amber, touch the portal, and you'll learn a great deal about what's really going on really quickly. And you have a backup character already ready.
No, look, we need to do our business plan. We tell all the Tremere in the region. We found an amazing
There's
power
5
portal.
of them, and one of them is in your coterie.
No, but we can sell to other cities. Like, young Tremere, do you want a chance to find magical items and forgotten knowledges? With a small fee, you can go through a portal to a magic forgotten land.
You know some elder is gonna order a crusade against you after you kill 4 or 5 neonates that way.
They were not strong enough. I can offer the elders a special deal, like they pay only 40% of the price.
Now, guys, be honest, are any of you gonna make me super happy and actually open the portal?
No.
Yes.
Yes! Here we go. As long as you have obfuscate and there are shadows on the other side, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Lezek has one intelligence, but he also has a sense of self-preservation.
He has read all the myths about not going into the woods. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream and video. If you could keep the call open so I can readjust my overlay for the higher resolution stuff, that'd be great.
Nope.
Oh, not.
Bro, I
Wait.
literally just asked him.
I mean, he probably didn't understand.
What is overlay?
Well, you have to do the 4-person overlay as well. You
Yeah,
can
I
at
do.
least start with that. And I have a solution for you. Let me